Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Deep Dive Daily. Okay, so have you ever just stopped and looked around and wondered why, in a world that is just bursting with color, the color blue is so rare in nature? It sounds like a pretty simple question, right? But I promise you, the answer is going to completely change how you see the world around you. I mean, for real, why are there no blue tigers? Seriously, once you start looking for it, you realize that blue animals are practically, well, mythical. Just think about it for a second. We've got brown squirrels, we have black squirrels, we've even got those grayish ones, but not a single blue one. Bats? Nope. Tigers? Definitely not. And yet, when nature does decide to make something blue, it goes all out, and it looks absolutely incredible. So what's the secret? Well, to understand why blue is the exception, we first have to understand the rule, and that is the pigment rule. So to really get why blue is such a little weirdo, we have to get a handle on how color usually works in the animal kingdom. And it almost always comes down to one simple thing: pigments. Think of pigments as being kind of like dyes that animals actually get from the food they eat. You know the saying. The classic example is the flamingo. They're born gray, but they turn that gorgeous shade of pink because they eat crustaceans that are just packed with these pigments. Pretty straightforward, right? You eat the color, you become the color. Well, get ready for a major plot twist because blue breaks all the rules. Blue is a total rebel. It does not play by the pigment rule at all. Let's take a look at the blue morpho butterfly. It is easily one of the most stunningly blue things in all of nature. My mind was absolutely blown when I first learned this. This butterfly is vibrantly blue, but there is zero blue pigment in its wings. It's not chemically blue. So what on earth is going on here? How is that even possible? Okay, this is where things get really cool. You see, most animal color comes from chemistry, but blue comes from pure physics. It's nature's ultimate magic trick with light. So if we were to zoom way in on that butterfly's wing, we'd find these incredible structures that look just like a tiny forest of microscopic Christmas trees. It's wild. It's basically a tiny, perfectly engineered hall of mirrors. It's structured in just the right way so that only blue light waves can escape and hit our eye. This shows so perfectly how it's the physical shape of the wing, not a chemical, that's creating that incredible color. And this is where it gets even cooler, because we can basically perform a little magic trick to prove it. Let's imagine we take a tiny drop of alcohol and just place it on the butterfly's wing. So the alcohol seeps into all those microscopic gaps, right? And that changes the way light bends and reflects. The whole light filtering system just breaks down. And just like that, the blue is completely gone. The wing turns this kind of dull greenish-brown color. But here's the kicker. As soon as that alcohol evaporates, the structure is clear again. And poof, the blue color snaps right back. And this isn't just a butterfly thing. Blue jays, peacocks, even our own blue eyes, they all use the same trick. So now we know how it works, but that kind of leads to a bigger question, right? Why? Why bother with all this complicated physics? Well, it's all part of evolution's very clever hack. Get this. There is no known bird, mammal, or reptile that actually produces a blue pigment in its body, which leads to the big question: why? Why would evolution go through all the trouble of engineering these complex nanostructures instead of just, making a blue dye? And you know what? People have been fascinated by this for centuries. A guy named Robert Hooke wrote this after looking at a peacock feather with one of the very first microscopes back in the 1600s. Even Isaac Newton knew there was something special and, well, fantastical about these colors. Well, it turns out it was just way easier for evolution to tweak the shape of things that already existed, like scales and feathers, on a microscopic level. It basically solved a biology problem with an engineering solution. Which just makes you wonder, right? What other invisible engineering is hiding all around us? So the next time you see a flash of blue out in nature, whether it's a jay's feather, a butterfly's wing, or even just in someone's eyes, remember, you're not actually seeing a color. You're seeing a tiny, perfect piece of engineering. A beautiful illusion hiding in plain sight. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this, share it around, and subscribe for more. Drop a comment below with your views.